Good morning, Basil. How's it going?
Good morning, Alex. Yeah, very well. How are you, man?
Good, good, good. What do we have this week, sir?
We've got a good one. Netflix, 1.5 hours runtime. We've got Rainey's Black Bottom,
Correct, yes.
which when you said that to me, I thought this was a joke, but that is the
It's
film
not,
because it's the title of a song.
Yeah.
And we're both very impressed with this one. It stars Viola Davis. Everyone will know her from Fences, I believe, which is directed by Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
And the director for this is George C. Wolfe. Quite a good one. Focuses in Chicago, 1927, in a recording studio. And the main character, is just trying to record a few songs with her band, four black band members, in quite an interesting kind of tale of power versus black and white, really, I think, in the film, which we'll get into in a minute. But if you've ever seen Fences by Denzel Washington, there's quite a lot of similarities to that film and this film, and both are based on a play, I think you were saying, Alex, so it's like... not sure about Fences, but this one definitely. So
we've seen it on Netflix, and the reason I recommended it because a few things attracted me. First of all, the two actors, the main actors, Chadwick Boseman's last role before he died, unfortunately, and then Viola Davis. So they're really good. But then he got nominated. Both of these actors got nominated for the Golden Globes because we're in the film festive season of good films coming out this time of the year. So pretty much and then what a surprise it was indeed, because it's that time of of Chicago when the racism was ripe all over in society, and then this band that is what the background players like they call them, they're all black, and one of them is Levy, which is Chadwick Boseman's character. And he's just trying to. He's the youngest. He's the youngest of the gang of the band, and he's just trying to make a name for himself. He's the what do you call it? The trumpetist, I think. Is that what you call it?
Was it the loud horn player? Was it called him? Yeah.
And he's good. He's really good. He's really talented. But then Rainey's character, isn't it? Viola Davis. She's like a really well-known...
The mother of the blues. That's what it's like, the mother of the blues.
She's like towards the end of her career, and the whole thing happens in this recording studio, and that she's trying to, record a few songs and put it put it out there for people to buy. What did you thought of it in general as a whole?
I was very
coming
interested.
From a play, but what would you be thinking?
Yeah, I thought straight from the get-go, as I say, because it's that kind of like set piece after set piece of good dialogue and good acting, it is on the edge of a seat kind of screenplay, really. And it's a balance of power, I think, especially the scenes with Viola Davis between, kind of white power in the room and black power in the room. And it sounds strange saying that now, but when you're watching the scenes, you understand what it is. Yes. It's kind of like a good portrayal of what's going on the streets in 1927, but it's done quite politely and elegantly in a recording studio. That's how I'd like to put it. And then on the flip side, you've got the four band members that are rehearsing downstairs in kind of a cellar type environment, away from Viola Davis, who's just kind of like getting into her stride upstairs and just doing her own rehearsals. You have the black band members downstairs in the kind of cellar, and they're having their own debates themselves about life and it is like philosophical thoughts and life and how they're all going to make it, and also that especially Levy, the youngest band player, he has a very emotional kind of story about how he came to be and how he started off in his life, and it just works fantastically, man. There's so many little.
It's brilliant, like you said. I think the fact that when you go, if you make this analysis with how a stage theater play looks like, right? Is when you try and put a theater play into film, you follow the same limitations, which are very few settings. So you've got a couple of rooms that the action takes place in, and you rely on, like you said, on the dialogue and on the dialogue and the acting of the actors in it. But that also offers, it sounds like it's limited in a way of what you're doing, but it also offers you these snippets of good, thoughtful moments, like these, the stories that they tell, the monologues that they look at the camera, or every single one of them, if you think about it, or bar a couple of secondary characters, they have their moment when they tell something. They have a
I would say so.
almost. Including
Rainey,
including all the guys downstairs in the band. They have the moments when they tell a story that is significant in their lives. And you in a normal film, you won't have that. Film that happens. It's a big budget film and it just goes all over the place. So that's the beauty of a film based on a theater play. And it's the same in Fences. They have exactly the same type of moments, snippets, and it happens in a couple of locations, and it's really good.
And Denzel Washington has had influence on this film as well as obviously he directed Fences. He's had influence on this film as well,
and then he's produced this one too. Yeah, he's a producer.
Production. Yeah.
So I would ask the question if you'd see it in cinemas, but I would rather see it in theaters when they open, isn't it?
Yeah,
this one?
yeah. Can you imagine? Yeah. That would have been a fantastic viewing in a theater. Yeah.
If it goes to what's your favorite spoiler heavy moment in the film? If you wanna think about that one, which one was yours, Baz?
Well, as discussed before, I would say one of the, you could say, underlying themes in the film was, as well as many, but one of the good or better ones I'd say is the kind of science versus faith argument between Cutler and Levy in the film, Levy, sorry. And Levy being on the side of there is no God, I would say, essentially, or lack of faith in a God, whereas Cutler was very, he didn't even like people swearing against the name of Jesus. Correct. And there's this particular scene where it breaks out of control because the two of them just get, especially Levy gets so angry with him that he actually pulls a knife on him. Pulls a knife on him, and he's threatening Cutler to the point where he's shouting, "Where's your God now? Where's your God now?" And it's this great set piece of just emotion and anger, and he proves his point very well, because in Cutler's time of need there is no God, nothing saving him. He's at the mercy of a knife. And it's brilliant. It's brilliantly done, man.
Yeah, it's probably why Chadwick Boseman got nominated for a Golden Globe, and probably many more coming up. For this time. I like the scene when the same character, Levy, is trying to. They're in the basement and he's trying to come out of the room, and the door is locked. I mean, it's a different door. Sorry, trying to come out of the room through a different door than the entrance.
Yeah, it's like a secret locked door that's straight from the get-go. First 2 minutes, they're saying, "Why is that door there?"
Last time was open or something, and then he keeps the whole film he's trying to open.
The whole film he keeps bashing it, he keeps trying to twiddle with it.
And eventually he manages to get out, only to end up in another enclosed room with no space, with no way to get out. And it just symbolizes the way of his condition as a black band player that is trying to make it out on his own, and how hard that battle is. It's almost
you could say scene by scene, as he's trying to open the door as the film's going, he's trying to, as you say, make a name for himself. And then the moment he gets through the door is when he gets fired by Ma herself. Correct. And he thinks he's going on to greener pastures, and then, like you say, as soon as he steps through that door, it's just another wall, pretty much. It's another obstacle.
Exactly. So Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is on Netflix. Really good film. This is the time of the year when they're all coming out, so because it's so they're all the ceremonies, the festivals are coming. Golden Globes and Venice Film Festival was last year, and there's so many more coming, culminating with the Oscars. So there's a lot of good films coming up, so stay tuned.
And I would personally say that this is probably the best film we've reviewed so far. I'd say it definitely gets my thumbs up, man.
Absolutely. Right, Basil, thanks a lot, and we'll talk next week.
Take care, Alex. Bye. Bye.